Welcome to Top Form Videos, and today we're going to share 9 books with how I changed my life by reading these 9 books. How I add value to my life by reading these 9 books, and hopefully you can go in search of them and they can do the same for you. The first one we're going to show you is The Science of Getting Rich, and the reason why we like this book is just remind you that there's no virtue in being poor. It also tells you that there is no one in this world that have anything that belongs to you, and you shouldn't live your life on the competitive plane. All right, this is a great book if you want to really unpick some of the limited beliefs and some of the negative mindset you have in terms of money. As I said, the key point for this book, when I read this book, it tells me that there's no virtue in being poor. And we also hear that they said money is the root of all evil, and we hear they said that McDonald's is not into burgers, but it's into real estate. These books tell me that that's not true. You got to do the right business in the right location. There's a lot of nuggets in this book, so if you really want to change and to get your mindset right for 2025, then I highly recommend this book. All right, the next book I would recommend is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. All right, the reason why I love this book so much, it tells me that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You think in secret, but it comes to pass. The environment is nothing but a looking glass. All right, this book is a very, very powerful book. There is in this book, I think this book is a master book for philosophy and personal development. As Earl Nightingale tell the story that there's this one thing that every philosopher, every personal development coach agree that a man's life is what his thoughts made of it. All right, and this book tell you that the mind is the workshop of the body. All right, the mind is the most fertile field, and if nothing of substance is planted in it, then an abundance of useless weeds will come forth in his presence. All right, so we highly recommend that you get a copy of this book, you add it to your library, you read it. Very prolific writer. He's got so many good books, or so many great books. He's got a next one called From Poverty to Power. We'll recommend that book in the next video. But like I said, today is all about how I changed my life by reading these 9 books. All right, the next one is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. All right, if you want to understand finance, if you want to stop feeling like, well, you are doing a 9 to 5 and you're not making enough money to save, then you want to unpick that belief. All right, because it's in this book, it said it's not what you earn, but what you are able to save, and save no less than 1/10 of your earning. All right, it gives you 7 cures for a lean purse. It gives you a simple step. It also shows in this book the importance of knowledge. All right, because the guy that went on to become the richest man in Babylon was once a slave, right? But the guy wanted some work done, so rather than charging him for the work, he said, you need to teach me how did you become so rich. So that right there shows the power of knowledge. Once he get the knowledge, and he was able to use it to become the richest man in Babylon. All right, very, very good book. All right, save no less than 1/10 of your earning. Talk about gold fleet from the man who forces it to do impossible things. Nowadays everybody is coming with the get rich quick scheme, the cryptocurrencies, the NFTs, the things that you don't understand. If you have your money, then this is why we see a lot of celebrities getting caught up into fleecing scandals. Scamming has been around for a long time. The guy was actually scammed out his first saving. He said, you have jerked up your wealth tree, but now you know you need to go back and plant it. Very good book. All right, next one, Napoleon Hill. All right, Think and Grow Rich. This is like the key to success. Napoleon Hill was given the audience with he wasn't paid to write this book, but he was given access to Andrew Carnegie, who gave him a letter of recommendations, that was supposed to open doors, right? He was also asked to make a commitment that he will actually surpass Andrew Carnegie. In that moment, he's like, how do I do that? But part of the affirmation that he had to repeat was, I will see you at the grandstand and I will pass you. All right, I will pass you. So he actually went on to do it, because he actually created more millionaires by writing this book. In this book, what I take from this book, the importance and understanding desires. All right, for me, the lesson in this book, desire is a starting point of all great achievement. So we all have the desire, but sometimes we don't understand why we have it, right? This book is telling us, once you have the desire, you're at the starting point of all great achievement. No one achieve anything without the desire. All right, that's the next book. This one, Neville, Goddard just tell me, don't be careless with my words. All right, your faith is your fortune, right? As they said in the first page in this book. All right, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. All right, so nowadays we understand the importance of how we use our words. Don't be careless with our words, especially when it comes to I am, all right? A lot of people use I am to really resort themselves to the scrap heap of life. I am useless, I'm not progressive, I'm good for nothing, I'm this, I'm that. Nowadays, when we are saying I am because of this book, we use I am to speak power into our life. I'm great, I'm successful, I'm rich, I'm going to achieve it. I will be what I will to be. So this book is a very good book, and you can also check out more work from Neville Goddard. All right, he's got Feeling is this. He's got Your Fate is Your Fortune, and he's got a next one called Feeling is the. But I need to check it out. But yeah, Neville Goddard. That's one of the book in my library. All right, every entrepreneur should read this book. 3 Feet from Goal. All right, Sharon, Lechter, and George S. Reid. All right, very good book. It's actually endorsed by the Napoleon Foundation. All right, but this book is actually written with similar principles to this. All right, because the guy that wrote this book was given access to successful people who share the philosophy. All right, and one of the philosophy I love in this book is first come the dream, then come the struggles, and at the struggles where a lot of people give up. It also tells me in this book, don't make decision while down in the valleys, because so the valley peaks, the valleys comes, and so does the peak. So they come and goes. All right. Also tell me that more gold is mined from the mind of men than that's been taken from the ground. It talks about a guy that found a gold mine, did not appreciate the value of expertise, so he sold the gold mine. Once he picked up a few buckets of gold, and empty buckets start coming up, sold it to a junk man who went in search of somebody who was able to give him the knowledge and expertise. So I said more gold is mined from the mind of men that is been taken from the ground. So if you want to start a business in 2025, make sure you write it. As I said, this video is titled How I Changed My Life with These Books. All right, again, this one is from Earl Nightingale. He said in the title, The Essence of Success. What I find with this book, I like the story he told about like the French Renaissance painters, right? The just some well-renowned painters, when they were doing it at the time, people were ridiculing them, telling them to give up, and now some of those works are priceless, right? So that just tells me. And also in this book, it is a part where it said that all the fog in the world over a 5-block or a 5-mile radius, if you should put it into a glass, you wouldn't even fill the glass. A lot of our worries are like that, right? A lot of the things that we worried about is not really important. I love this book because every time I read this book or I listen to this book, it just popped up a name of a philosopher or somebody that I have gotten so much lessons from this book. Like every time I listen to it, there's a philosopher, there is somebody I should go in search of that really adds value to my life. All right, well, I've been listening to this book for the past 4 years. This is one of the books that's on my audio book for the past 4 years. I am not lying. I'm currently listening to it, and every time I listen to it, I learn something new or I picked up something new from this book, right? As he said, one of my favorite quote, right? The opposite, I say, freedom of happiness is courage, right? And the freedom of courage yeah. Anyway, I'm murdering the quote. I just love that quote, but it just won't stick, right? And then I read the Bible. So this book, and then I read the Bible, right? Then I read the Bible. So much lessons. I grown up fearing the Bible, but now I've understand the importance of this book, and it's like a blueprint for life. Like I said, the good Lord didn't just drop us on this plain planet and did not leave a blueprint for us to follow, right? But if you read the Bible and know what you're looking for, like I've been telling people recently, the first lesson in the Bible has shown us is courage, right? And that was demonstrated in the story in the Garden of Eden, right? In the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve go against a simple instruction that was given to them, and then God had to drive them out the Garden of Eden. He showed courage because God could have in the moment said, you know what, you made a mistake, don't do it. In life, we have to have courage. As I said, Earl Nightingale said in this very same book, right? Courage is the finest quality because it guarantees all others, all right? It is top form, will to power, make the sacrifice, pay the price. I just want to peel back and show you, I think it was 9 books that really transformed my life. So how did I transform my life in terms of personal development? By reading these 9 books. Like, click, follow, and share, right? I'll be doing part 2 with some more books from people like Jim Rohn and other writers who deserve a worthy and a credible mention, right? This is top form, will to power, make the sacrifice, pay the price.